It's time for this week's episode of Brandon Sports Talk, featuring in-depth interviews from those who are trending in the world of athletics. And now, here's the host of Brandon Sports Talk, Brandon Pate.
Welcome back to Brandon Sports Talk. In today's episode, I have the privilege to interview a Canadian national hockey player, Emma Maltais. How are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Can you talk about how you knew that you wanted to play professional hockey?
So I actually have another year at Ohio State. So it's always been my dream to play for Team Canada. And with that comes a lot of responsibility in terms of developing the game and growing the game of women's hockey. So that's for sure where it started. I just want to make sure or do the best I can to help the women's game grow as much as I can in my career.
Can you talk about, of course, your playing time with the PWHL?
Yeah, so I played in Oakville for the Oakville Hornets in the PWHL for 3 years. My coach was Brady Cochran, and she helped me a lot develop my game and on and off the ice. I have a bunch of friends still from that team, and a lot of them went to Division I schools. And lucky for me, the PWHL was such a high caliber that coming to the NCAA wasn't the biggest adjustment for me in terms of speed. So I'm really thankful for that.
Of course, with the PWHL, is it a youth team and then it will get you prepared for college and the professionals, or is it more of a semi-professional team?
The PWHL is a junior team, so it's ages you can play all through high school, and it's just a high caliber league all across Ontario. So it's probably the highest one in Canada. I know there's a lot of other provincial travel teams, but in Ontario, we're lucky to have that league that's across the whole province.
What was it like whenever you were playing for Team Canada?
It's such an honor to put on that jersey. It's truly undescribable. Every time you put that on, you have such a big responsibility to perform, and the bond you create with your teammates is so big because you're all going through the same thing.
Of course, what was it like playing for the Canada U18 team?
Yeah, it was exciting. My first year was in St. Catharines, so a lot of my friends and family could come watch the tournament. And being my first time, it was really nerve-wracking. And then the next year it was in Czech Republic, so we got to travel and go there, and my family again came to watch. So I think I got both sides of the spectrum at that level, one on home soil and one in a really cool place that we got to travel to.
What is it like to travel to play hockey?
It's fun. I think it creates a big bond with your teammates because you have to go on a plane, travel across the country, across the nation, wherever you're going to. And it creates a bond. Like, you get to see new sights together. You sometimes have some adversity with some adjustments you have to make, whether that's time, whether that's food, all sorts of things like that. So I think at the end of the day, you are still playing the same game. So that is something that stays the same, which is lucky.
What was the transition like from you from obviously living in Canada and going to Ohio State?
Yeah, it was a big transition to move away from home. I am a homebody. I love my family, but it was good for me to get away and to figure out how to take care of myself as an athlete and as a student. And coming to Ohio State, it's my second home. I love it there. So I was really lucky to have a family right when I got there with my team and my coaching staff.
Of course, what was some of the accomplishments and what is it like playing college hockey for Ohio State?
It's really, really fun and it's really cool. Ohio State's such a big athletic school. It is the top athletic school in my opinion. And and just representing the Ohio State is something that's so cool, and I'm so honored to be a Buckeye. Everyone who is a Buckeye knows that it's so much pride to be one, and especially if you're an athlete there, it comes with so much pride and honor, and I get that alongside of teammates every year.
What is some of your accomplishments so far at Ohio State playing hockey?
We have 2 Frozen Four appearances, and we won the WCHA championship for the first time, which was an unbelievable experience, something that I'll never forget.
Can you talk about, of course, going to the Frozen Four as a college hockey player and what that was like for you?
Going to the Frozen Four was something I never thought would happen. Ohio State was not ranked as high when I started going there, and we ended up having a fantastic group of girls and a fantastic coaching staff, and we got to go. So I think that on top of actually going to the Frozen Four, with it being such a journey, made it even better. So our first one was in Minneapolis my freshman year, and the second one I went to was in Erie the year that just passed. So both times, you just feel like a professional. You feel that you're at the peak of college hockey, and that's exactly what it is. And to compete at that level is something that is it's really special.
Of course, as you talked about competing at Lake Erie, what was that like for you, knowing that, of course, Miracle on Ice was filmed in Lake Erie?
Yeah, I, being Canadian, I don't know a ton about that, but I do know some about it. With going to the US for school, I was educated a little bit about it. So it was really cool. Erie's a really cool place.
What was it like whenever you were playing on Lake Erie, on Miracle on Ice, seeing all the amazing things that obviously the sport of hockey has achieved?
Yeah, we played in the Erie Insurance Arena, and it was a really cool experience to play in there. It was really decorated beautifully, and it was a really nice ice surface.
What is a typical game day like for you playing college hockey?
A typical game day for me is we have pregame skate usually. Then sometimes we have class, and then you come back and have a little bit of a nap, and then pregame meal. And then my team loves to dress up for games. We all dress up and come to the rink, and then we lock it in and get more serious for the game.
What is it like to put on the Ohio State red uniform during game days?
It's awesome. I love our new jerseys, and excuse me. We've been really lucky to have a few different types of jerseys over my years. We had like the outdoor game jersey, which was so cool. The black jersey that we've had for 2 or 3 years now. And the red jersey is something, though, that like when you're wearing the scarlet jersey, you just feel like it's so that is the Ohio State's color. So that just feels so awesome to wear.
What are some of your favorite memories so far of playing college hockey?
My favorite memories are for sure going to the Frozen Four and to win the WCHA championship.
Who are
And
some?
one time we went to Vegas, and that was really cool as well.
What was it like going to Vegas to play hockey, especially as how it is there?
Yeah, it was really. We played Princeton in a non-conference game, and it was just cool to be in a different site. And that's not something a lot of teams get to do, and we're just so lucky that we got to do that.
Can you talk about, of course, playing Princeton and how competitive they are?
Yeah, Princeton is a really good team. I have some teammates here that were on Princeton. So like Sarah Fillier and Claire Thompson, 2 of which that are now playing with me on Team Canada, and playing against them was such a high caliber game. At the time, we were both ranked pretty high, and we ended up splitting that series. So it was just cool to play a team from the ECAC in a location like Vegas.
Of course, how has Team Canada helped you to play, of course, with Ohio State?
It's helped me a lot. It's helped me grow as a player and as an individual. I have so many role models that I can look up to here. So knowing what they do for me is something that I can bring back to my Ohio State team and try my best to implement what I've learned here. It's an honor to compete in both the Ohio State jersey and the Team Canada jersey. And together, I'm just a really thankful person that I get the opportunity to do both.
Who are some players that you look up to?
Yeah, growing up, I looked up to Natalie Spooner so much. She was a Buckeye too, and Mary-Philip Poulin. She's just always been a player that I want to model my game after. And coming here and getting to know those two in particular as people, realizing like they're just an athlete, just like me, is something that's really cool. And I get to learn so much from them on the ice and off the ice. They've been through so much and have so much wisdom about their experiences at Olympic Games and World Championships that I'm just so eager to learn from them.
What are some of your future plans in your playing hockey career?
Yeah, so right now I get the opportunity to play in the Women's World Championship in Calgary. So I'm really excited for that. That's my first World Hockey Championship. So after that, I'm just taking it day by day. You never know when it's going to be your last time wearing the jersey. So I'm just going to continue to work hard and enjoy the moment. And hopefully I have a future with Hockey Canada. And hopefully I have a future here with a new league, Women's League. I plan to play one more year at Ohio State, and then I'm excited moving forward to continue my career.
What do you plan on accomplishing in your senior year at Ohio State?
Yeah, so it'll be my 5th year. So I just plan on doing the best I can and helping my team win even more. They're going to have a great year this year. I have all the belief in them. They have a bunch of new players, and I'm excited to be a fan for them and then come back and hopefully just join the team again like nothing happened. And I hope to accomplish getting my master's, and then also on the ice, just doing the best we can and trying to compete for a national championship.
When it comes to on the ice, of course, in your 5th year as a senior, do you see yourself maybe getting that call from an NWHL team being like, hey, I want you to play for us?
Yeah, so I would plan on playing in the PWHPA Dream Gap Tour. Whether that has been developed into a league by then, I'm not sure, but that would be my plan moving forward after college hockey.
What advice would you give future players that are playing college hockey or looking to play college hockey?
Advice I have would be to follow your heart where you want to go. Like, don't necessarily think of going to a school based on one thing. So I picked Ohio State because I love the school academics. I love the coaches at the time, and everything happens for a reason. Like, there were coaching changes in my experience, and in the end, it turned out to be the best experience I could ask for. So I think just following your heart in that process and continuing to work hard. I got to where I am just because of my work ethic, and I strongly believe that. So just continuing to do that.
What advice would you give college hockey players that are seniors that are looking right now at what they're going to do in the future after their college career?
Yeah, I think that we're all in a very unique position being female hockey players. It's a sport that has not quite reached the potential that it can be at. And I think that we all have a role in making it the best it can be. I think that it has so much potential to be a top end sport, and we're striving every day for equal pay, equal rights, and hockey in general is so big in Canada, and I just want the best for the young players to come. So I think that we all have a part in that journey.
That's wonderful advice. I look forward to seeing your senior year and what you have in store for the future. Where can my listeners find you at on social media?
My username is Emma Maltais 17.
Thank you again, Emma Maltais, for your interview, and best of luck in your future wherever it may hold you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You can find Brandon Sports Talk on Facebook at Brandon Sports Talk, Instagram at Brandon Sports Talk, Twitter at Talk_Brandon, and you can find me on YouTube at Brandon Sports Talk. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you again, Emma, for your interview, and best of luck in your future.
Thank you. Bye.
You've been watching Brandon Sports Talk. Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe to Brandon Sports Talk on social media and on YouTube.